It's a weird fucking industry, and labeling doesn't mean anything, so I think we can all agree on that at the very least. None of these labels mean anything. And then there's fucking, like, publishers like Devolver Digital, who everybody's like, oh, they're the great little indie publishers. It's like, those fuckers are a big-ass company. Like, that's not an... I refuse to agree that that's an indie thing. Like, absolutely not. Like, they are... Like, yeah, they put out some smaller budget things, but their games sell, and their games sell a lot. And they make a lot of fucking money. Like, that's their... We like to categorize things, right? We like to label things, categorize things, put things into a little box so it can be neatly organized and placed in a place and we know what it is, right? But we live in a world where the more we obsess over labels, the less they mean. But we're going to start this run up. I think we're going to just do... Let's just do medium. We like labeling things. Humans are just bad at it. I would say humans are just bad at, like, communicating. Like, it's not even just, like, labeling things. All right, I really want to do a, like, a dual wielding run. I haven't done one in a while, so we're going to do a marine run and, labeled box.
Something's gone wrong.
He just said something's gone wrong. I thought he says really fucking wrong usually, doesn't he? That must be a new line. Sip some coffee. Some coffee. Also, apparently Epion, I don't know if he's lurking, but he fixed the weird buggy levels down at the lower areas. So that's cool. But, yeah, so this is kind of my first normal run, not haste, since the most recent update. So this will be fun. He's always lurking? Is he always lurking? That's not true. But I appreciate the lurks. You know, I never noticed that there's a door, that the open door is right there. How long has that been there? Literally never noticed that little detail. Can you not, like, just, like, hide them permanently?
Which is telling me to share this.
Thanks for sharing the Prime sub, Gary. Cheers. Welcome back for another month of whatever I do, because I still don't know. Also, hi, Carrie. Or rewatching the VOD in the future. No, that's not quite lurking. That's just called being part of VOD Squad. But unfortunately, you can't comment on VODs anymore. Does anybody else miss commenting on VODs? I miss, like, watching a VOD and then just seeing a crowd of chat just being like, VOD Squad! Anyway. But seriously, thank you very much for the 19 months and cheers. Chat, post beer. You know what to do. You want to share? Okay, well, there you go then. I wasn't sure when you said Twitch is asking you to share this. Just gonna walk away. It's a pretty low chance for them to hit me. Hide behind the corner. Wait for them to come around. It's not that we are bad, it's just things are so varied and it's hard to label everything based off of their shared characteristics. So what you're saying, Jelly, is that we're not bad at labeling things, labels are just complicated? Is that what you're suggesting? Because, like, I could get behind that. It's like, actually, we're pretty good at it. It's just a really, really difficult thing to do. I think that's all of them, for that corner anyway. Ooh, shotgun. Ah, that's only a 33%. I'm gonna walk away. 31? It got worse. 18, jeez. Hide behind the corner. I mean, I don't like being labeled because my personality changes based on the week and how I'm feeling. Ow. Dick. Kind of hoped he was up here, but kind of took his the long way around. Let's leave that door and go this way because this one's already open. You're a robot. I'm just gonna Didn't kill anything, unfortunately. I don't need to be this cautious. I could very much just run through this, but I kind of feel like it. Oh, would you look at that? How convenient. That is a nightmare? No, I completely agree. I don't know. I don't like being labeled personally, but I understand why people find comfort in them. I mean, proof of how bad we are at labeling things is the genre of this video game. Do barrels destroy items? No, they do not. Barrels do not destroy items. A lot of details that were in Doomrl are not in this game. Not because they were bad details, but because they make the game actively less fun to play. So for the sake of streamlining, a lot of those more complex features of Doomrl are not in this game. It's like, even though, like, yes, they are features that would make sense, it also kind of makes sense why they're not here in this. Because this game is trying to be more, I think accessible is the wrong word, but I don't know, you could also just ask Epion if you want to pester him. It's a very good example. My favorite one is, it's like a roguelike, but it's turn-based. That's my favorite description of this game I've ever heard. It's like they made a roguelike, but turn-based. To be fair, that person was very excited and having a lot of fun. I had a cackle when I heard that.
Mama always told me to use protection.
It's like they made a turn-based strategy game. That negative curator review, the one that said something along the lines of, like, why would anybody make a turn-based roguelike or something? Swap to the shoddy and take him out at the corner. Also, hey, petrified meat. Whoa, hello. I want that pistol. Because I'm going for dual wielding. Got him. Let's pop the pistol back out. Just take you two out. Really? Missed like every single possible shot on that. Oh, it's just an auto loader. I'll take it. Handy dandy. Ooh, and a second one. It's Christmas. Ooh, that one's got barbed on it. All right, we'll keep the shoddy. Screw the knife. Because bleeding is nice. So my barbed pistol induces bleeding, and the other one just automatically reloads, which is nice. XCOM sounds like chess with dice. You know, I would play that. Wouldn't that be fun? It's like every other number on the dice is like either a hit or a miss. So you have like a 50-50 chance to hit every time you try to make a move, and if you miss, then like you just move approximately next to the piece. Is this a special run? No, this is my first time attempting a normal run since the most recent update, which adds a shit ton of stuff to this. A bunch of different quest types have been added to this, so get to do reading. So yeah, no, this is just normal run. Although in between, I'm gonna do arena runs to, you know, refresh the old brain. That's almost how you described Battle for Westnoth back in the day. I need to play that again. It's been a long time. I played a little bit of that, like, long time ago. I need to try that game again. I'd probably like it, frankly. From Jack Smith to Hudson Thompson. Hudson, I've sneaked in that Advanced 2 combat pistol you wanted. It's on Callisto. Oh, okay. Well, there's a fancy pistol on L6. Neat. Okay. So I need to repair the elevator shaft to get into Habitat. Listen, Eli, tomorrow during your shift on Rift at level 1, there's going to be some technicians coming over to tighten up the emergency defense systems. Ugh. Don't go Rift. I can't wait to blunder your queen on turn 4 trying to Scholars May someone who's missing the dice roll. Yeah, I don't know. That seems like fun. Oh, you found it? I need to make Twitter work, though. Twitter really doesn't like showing you tweets if you're not signed in, which is really annoying. Not recommended. Terrible mix of two concepts. Roguelike and turn by turn. Why? Just why? The mix is awful and boring. Poor vision turned into a game. Do extra research and think about refunds. Conditions beware. You're adorable. You know, sometimes I find people's stupidity just funny. I can't even be mad at that one. It's just kind of sad. What a terrible concept. Yeah, you know, just like one of the most important genres in video game history. It's a terrible concept. This new guy is completely nuts, but he might be useful. He did some magic with the terminal in the common area in Callisto level 3, and claims he dug out the documentation controls from Mimir Habitat. If you're savvy with this shit, get down there and tell me if we want him or not. Documentation controls? Whoa! Pressed enter twice by mistake. Okay, level 5 has a vault. All right, Recon, where are we headed? Kind of want to go Habitat. Then that would boot us out into level 6, which has the fancy pistol. Also, Epion, have you had any good streams of the game over the past few days? I've seen a handful of people streaming it, but I was basically away from the computer all day yesterday. I don't really want to do this. It's going to burn. There we go. I wasn't going to hit him because of pain. This is a bad spot to be in. I don't like it. I'm surprised that no one has made a way to like or dislike all videos under YouTube creator. I have way too many videos. Don't worry about it. Like, just like the new ones as they come out. The old ones don't matter so much. I'm actually kind of surprised that hit. I was fully expecting that to miss and him to get a free shot off on me, but here we are. There's another one. So I shoot the guy up front, and the guy behind him shoots him. How convenient. Also, that bleed is really nice. Within the first minute of it starting. As of yet, your method never failed. If they seem like they know what they're talking about, it's going to be a good stream. I just want to see some hardcore XCOM guys play this game, though. Like, I know a few of them. I just don't know any of them well enough to just yell at them, but I would love to just see some hardcore strategy people try this. If they go to the tutorial, it will be a bad stream. Huh. You haven't just had anybody that's super ballsy who's just like, nah, fuck the tutorial. Trying to decide what route we want to go. I might actually go reloader. Although son of a gun's probably what I want. Yeah, let's grab son of a gun because I'm just gonna be running around with this pistol anyway. Oh, it's hidden in the options? Okay. I mean, I have a question. Why would you drop 2 armors? It's like, I realize I'm playing on medium, but like, I plan on doing harder runs later today. Why is there 2 armor? If they at least look at the game before streaming, they don't have to do the tutorial on stream. True, yes. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I did the tutorial on stream the first time, but then again, I streamed it like the day it came out, so.
Who needs light anyway?
Oh, that's new. Who needs light anyway? We're likely to be eaten by a grue. I have that one person who dislikes every single episode of Long Death. That's it. Nothing else. Just Long Death, specifically. You played the game before? This is true. I had played the game before. Although I seem to recall dying on the first floor at PAX, but playing games at PAX is hard, also considering I'm usually inebriated. Oh, hello. This is a hairy floor. It's just adrenaline. I don't like this spot. I would like to move. So I don't actually have a multi-tool yet to repair that, which is kind of annoying. So hopefully we get a multi-tool on this floor. I mean, if we don't, then... I was hoping for a multi-tool, but what can you do? We're gonna get some XP though, just for being here. Actually, it's probably not how dare you do 1,000 years of DF. It's probably more like a how dare you not just dedicate your entire YouTube channel to news. And I've had some people like ask me that previously. They're like, why don't you just like stop uploading your streams and just upload news? And I have a pretty simple reason for that. If I just go melee here, and you'll just smack me instead of shooting me with your shotgun, and then I can shotgun you. There's 2 of you. Ay, ay, ay. I kind of wish I could throw smoke grenades right at my feet. That could have been a lot worse. That could have been a lot worse. I think I destroyed it. But yeah, I think it's more of a... There's a very small minority of people who really, really wish that instead of like trying to promote my streams and whatnot on my YouTube channel, I specifically just did DF News. And, you know, to a degree, I can respect that opinion. But I want long-term sustainability outside of just, you know, DF News. So... But, you know, there are some kids out there that don't really care about that. Hey, Ducky. What's up? Welcome to some cozy hellfire. Uh-oh. There's somebody standing right there. You can see him on the map. Let's see if I can get around behind. You're by the door. Hello. Not anymore, you're not. Ow. I should have looked at the map. Thought he was in a different room. Got him. Some of the guys you love to watch upload a lot of stuff that you do, and you don't really like to clutter up your video feed. If I'm one of them, I apologize. I'll be honest. But I try and keep it down to 2 videos a day, which is... I mean, I'll give you an example of what I could do if I did what some people have asked me to do in the past. A friend of mine on YouTube, Wanderbots. Go look up his channel and see how much he uploads. I could do that because I stream enough. If I portion them all out into 40-minute videos instead of the 5-hour videos. for reference, to anybody who's too lazy to go look it up, he uploads about 25 videos a day. About that. So.
Move.
And yes, Windatar, I agree. But that's because he streams about as much as I do, except all of it goes up on YouTube in 30-minute parts. But, you know, it's all portioned out very nicely into different categories and in playlists. And that's how you're supposed to watch it, is via playlists, not all at once. Be sure to report the rotary drill malfunction at the quartermaster. With 2 drills, we'll never make it to the quota needed in time. Chips. Sarge, why the fuck do we need to have these chips installed too? I don't understand. Safety protocol, but this shit really messes with my head. I really think something is fishy with. I found a typo. Really think something is fishy with this fucking chip. They've said it's for comms and location tracking only, but even thoughts of murder are not giving me joy I used to have. Are not giving me the joy I used to have. They're fucking messing with my brain. I always really think personally, you know, but he's probably just using Google voice to text. Like that's why it's all fucky. It's not actually his fault, you know. Like, he said the right thing. It's just voice to text is, even in whatever year this game takes place in, is still shit. I don't know why I keep using it and make myself look like an idiot on the internet from time to time. I think, therefore I go to bed. So yeah, I didn't get a what do you call it? Multi-tool. So no way for me to go to Habitat, so we're going this route instead. Got him. You saw no grooves? Well, it said I was likely to be, thus implying a chance of being consumed by a grue. There was no guarantee of me being consumed by a grue. Just simply that it was likely.
Oh, a 6-shooter.
Got a long revolver. So just to double check, I still got the bleeding one, and I have a long revolver as well. Gotta have a little bit of combat variety. Ooh. Let's just increase my health. Most of your subs are science channels. I've had a few people tell me that instead of subscribing to my YouTube channel, they simply search for my name once every 2 weeks, which I'm actually totally okay with. I think I killed it. Yeah, I did. I'm totally okay with that personally. I think that's a absolutely legit reason to watch YouTube. YouTube algo can't keep up. Yeah. Some typos in an email. Yeah, but that one doesn't look like a writing typo. That just looks like a typo. Please remember that your quarterly medical checkup is this week. Failure to report to your physician at your allocated data might result in heavy penalties or termination of your contract. Reporting illegal items. Valhalla Terminal Level 1 has an Advanced 2 pistol. Ooh. Might need to do Valhalla. Although I actually need to check Recon. That's okay. So yeah, I guess we're going to do Valhalla from here. I think we're going to go that route. That's not actually true. Petrified meat. That's practically an urban legend. But we were talking about that earlier. There's a lot of inaccurate information about YouTube. And a lot of hearsay. And that's actually not true. Because it's not true in Tatar, that's why. They can sometimes stop showing you new videos from people that you're subscribed to. But they will not unsubscribe you from channels. There's a lot of very inaccurate information about YouTube spread by creators on YouTube because it gets clicks to a degree. It's almost like fake news pays. But that's a deep topic. Ay, ay, ay. Suddenly surrounded. I might need to... Oh, wow. I thought that one shot would be enough for you. Oh, it was. Okay. I thought that hitting him once and just letting him bleed out would be enough. Seems like I was right. Let's just take you guys on. They're going to break out of that vault down there, aren't they? Yeah, and they did. Just let you keep bleeding. You'll bleed out. I mean, if people have a thing that used to work, right? I mean, we were kind of talking about this earlier, but if people have a thing that used to work, they don't really want to change often. And if they're doing a thing that used to work and then it suddenly ceased working, they look for an explanation as to why, right? And, you know, I could do that right now. 6 months ago, if I uploaded a YouTube news video for DF, it would get 10,000 views in 2 days. Now they get 2,000 views in 5 days. Now, is that YouTube just not recommending it to the same people it used to? Is that lack of interest? Does that mean I haven't changed the formula? There's a lot of things that... Ooh, Automed and Tenacity. What are the stats on Tenacity? Increases Marine heal per level. Oh. Neat. So, I get a lot of heal, basically. Now, does that mean that I need to change my formats? Does that mean that people are bored? Or does that mean YouTube isn't recommending it to people? It's very easy to blame it on YouTube in a lot of cases. And to a degree, it might actually be YouTube assuming that you've made enough of a thing that less people are interested in it. Or if less people are searching for it, then they're less likely to recommend it to people. But that's just the way this industry works at this point. Even if a creator deletes their channel, I believe they stay in the subscribed list, but you click on it and it says channel's been deleted again. I have no idea. I've never encountered that Windatar. I know that there was a problem with Twitch for a while there. If a creator or a Twitch account gets permanently banned and they are VIP'd in a channel, you can't remove that VIP from them. I wonder if that ever got fixed. Because I remember a friend of mine ran into that problem where someone that he knew got banned from the site. Because he tried to give me a VIP badge and then couldn't because he didn't have enough extras. All right, we're doing Valhalla just because there's a fancy pistol here. I want to swap out the long revolver for it. Oh, hey, HP. Nice.
No room in inventory.
No room in inventory. Oh, go figure. I do not need all of those shotgun shells. I don't actually go to Valhalla all that often, so this will be interesting. It's actually quite a lot of damage I'm doing. We'll just keep corner peeking. Suddenly dual-wielding pistols is a massive damage boost. Yikes. Really happy I got all that damage boost. I think they feel more interesting and varied than Dumorel. I think Dumorel got a little samey, actually. There's quite a bit more variety in the levels in this. I mean, obviously, you know, they all have a similar color palette, but they are significantly more varied, in my opinion, than in Dumerel. Maybe at launch, yeah, Dumerel had more content, but that's because Dumerel was like, you know, a finished game. It's like I went back to Dumerel pretty recently because I put out practically a full-length movie with Epion talking about this game and the development of this game. And being blunt, Dumerel doesn't age that well for me these days. Like, it's still fun as a roguelike, but there are roguelikes I would rather play now. Like, if I play Dumerel now, after a run or two, I just want to play this instead. Because this kind of scratches the same itch, but in my opinion, does it better. In every way that it needs to. And also removes a lot of annoying-ass cheesy mechanics that were incredibly abusable in Dumerel. Which admittedly are very satisfying if you know what you're doing, but they also make the overall experience of playing the game less fun. Ow. Tried to adrenaline, but I didn't even need to. We're overhealed still. Maybe I should have played on hard. Oh well.
Need to get rid of some
There's that pistol that we were here for. Which has, let's see, fresh mag and speed loader. So bonus damage on a full magazine and reload 75% faster if magazine is empty, which is 2 good perks. I'll take it.
need to get rid of
All right,
some
let's chuck out the 44 ammo because I don't need that anymore. Pick this up. And now we're pistoled out, at least for the next little bit. I mean, it was the last time I streamed this the first time you watched me play it.
stay down.
Because you got to remember I wasn't actually doing full runs. We were doing haste runs, which is like the game cut in half. You've seen it a few times on my YouTube channel and once or twice on the Twitch channel a few months back. Fair enough. I don't know. That's basically my opinion. Everything about this game at this point to me just feels like higher budget Dumerel and more polished Dumerel. But like, you know, if you're gonna live or die on unloading in every individual gun to get stuff, or needing diagonals, then yeah, I mean, I guess I could see why you'd prefer the original over this, but everything about playing this game is just more enjoyable to me at this point. Be erratic. I like that strategy, Commander Rainbow Ducky. Thing is that DRL levels feel like a dungeon, whereas you could believe this is a place where people worked and lived. The Dumerel levels feel more like a classic roguelike in the literal sense, following those restrictions. This game doesn't feel that way. And if we're talking purely like layout-wise, that's something that's been constantly improving, too. Do I want the Riot SMG? Do I want to carry ammo for the Riot SMG? I think I'm just going to stick with nah for now. Because we're doing plenty of damage, and it's easier for me. Yeah, we're going to take the Riot SMG. I need ammo for it, though. That's the problem.
That hit the spot.
And I need to I'm gonna run out of ammo for this thing, like, immediately. Fortunately, there should be a lot just, like, hanging around. Just increase my HP. So the Riot SMG does more damage based on how many enemies are on screen. Also, just to be totally clear, when I state opinions about games like this, it is absolutely understandable for you to just wholeheartedly disagree. Just, if you're going to disagree, keep it as a fair disagreeal with actual arguments, and don't just say you're wrong, because remember, at this point, we're talking about opinions.
What's in the box?
Eh,
Fucking ammo.
I'm already out of ammo. Like I said, I'm going to run out of ammo for this thing immediately. I think I might actually go back and just grab that pistol. Just run away from those guys. Changing my mind about the anti-riot pistol. It's a good pistol, but I'm gonna just never have any ammo for it. I'd rather just have more 9mm right now. And then swap to a different type of ammunition when I hit IO. More chaotic randomness produces more interesting layouts, but there's some times where it looks to be a more random algorithm than something that looks like a realistic level. That's actually part of the reason I don't like playing Stone Soup all that much, is because I don't really like the way the level gen packs out. Whereas, like, I am endlessly intrigued by Cogmind because, while predictable, the levels are interesting and feel real. I guess that's more just a matter of opinion at that point. Although, like, I don't know if you've seen Shadow Halls, for example, but, like, just the way Shadow Halls and Rifts and all those areas shake up is completely different than the way the rest of the levels look. It's like, if you go down to one of the moons and you're on one of the areas with, like, huge crevices in the middle of the map and you're, like, shooting over areas with no cover for you, like, they can get really interesting in this game, even if they don't seem immediately like that. It was kind of sketchy. That's literally called Cogmind. Cogmind, original idea. Please don't steal.
Blood for the blood god.
That's ironic. He says blood for the blood god, and the last thing I killed was a robot. Has no blood. Oh, man, I wish I had hacking. Oh, well. Next area is just going to be a lot of robots. No, not necessarily.
Let's see if we can shut down this party.
I mean, find me a roguelike that just has random layouts that make no sense that's also fun. They're randomly generated layouts. Doesn't necessarily mean makes no sense. A good dungeon generator generates you a layout that is interesting, but also logical, right? If you lose that, then, like, what's the point? Let's grab the jackhammer. Sure, why not? What Tycho said. Yeah, see, Brogue has a level generator that, to me, feels a lot more like this game. Brogue has a very well-designed level generator that isn't random. Whereas Stone Soup's level generator to me just feels random. I like Brogue's level generator. I don't like Stone Soup's level generator. But that may have changed because Stone Soup has changed astronomically since I last played it and does pretty frequently. This Guardian bot always has way too much HP. Good lord.
That ain't the spot.
Ay, ay, ay. Shoddy amp? No, thank you. But there's some fancy armor up there, which we should go grab. Padded and swift. Partial cold protection and reduced dodge penalties, which is good because I was literally just freaking out going, I need new armor.
Yippee-ki-yay,
All right.
motherfuckers.
Not a bad clear, if I do say so myself. So my AV1 pistol that I'm currently using doesn't have barbed or frenzy, so we're going to swap over to that. Now we can shut down Kelsec. Maybe it's just the prefabs I don't like. But I also haven't played DCSS since like 2015, so. You'd completely forgotten about Cogmind. Is it still being updated? Cogmind gets monthly updates, I think. And the dev streams once a week doing his own playtesting, so. Yeah, no, Cogmind is still very active in development. I just don't like, whether or not it's predictable, I just don't like it. I mean, see, here's the thing, right? Puzzles are inherently predictable, right? Liking a level that is like a puzzle is, and then saying that is less predictable to me is almost a contradiction of the statement. At least to me. Like I like puzzle roguelikes a whole lot, but puzzle roguelikes are extremely predictable. They have to be predictable to be able to look at it and deduce and solve the puzzle, right? The developer of Cogmind needs to just like take a break from developing Cogmind and write a novel. That's just a set of patch notes. All right. I don't actually mean that he shouldn't. He should just keep developing that game forever. Fire time is 125%. Reload is 75%. Distance penalty is reduced. Yeah, we'll do that. But, you know, a lot of this stuff is, like, personal opinion, right?
There should be a working dropship around here somewhere.
I mean, like, so when I think puzzle, I think, like, hoplite. You know, like, single screen, very specific moves can perfect any situation. When I see a level that is highly unpredictable and borderline frustrating, I stop playing the game. I'm looking at you, Tome. But, you know, Tome is also a fantastic game for other reasons. Sup, Peter? You know, investments might be open. I can't remember if we started those or not. Oh, I don't have 2 guns equipped. I was like, why did I not immediately insta-gib you? Owie, you have a painful owie gun. Don't shoot me with the owie gun and just stand where I can shoot you. There you go. That's also an owie gun. You love surviving those unfair situations? Go, sure, it can be incredibly fun, but it can also be incredibly frustrating. To be clear, I think Tome's incredible. But Tome does a lot of things that I'm not fond of, that I wish it didn't do. I'd rather have a more predictable game that I can play more consistently than just random. But anyway, I guess like the birth of this conversation is I prefer the level generation in this game over the level generation in Doom RL. That being said, I prefer Aliens RL over Doom RL, so... Which is a completely different kind of game again. That is a very wide spread of loot falling. Bulk mod? Yeah. I mean, let's just give you an extended mag. And calibrate you. Grab another red card for future reasons. I was moving too fast there. I thought they'd be on the other end. I mean, I was kind of right. There is one guy on the other end.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers.
And then I was reading what Epion said when I was running down there, which is why I took that hit, but it's fine. We're still overhealed. Incidentally, it's closer. I mean, really? I mean, it's more like prefab environments glued together instead of, you know, a more dungeon feel to things. Because, like, Doom RL was originally a fantasy-themed game that then had Doom glued on top of it, right? It's been a long time since you played that. You never played it well or correctly. Don't shoot things and try and survive. It's the run the fuck away game instead of just the try and fight things game, you know? And I quite like the run the fuck away game. I've never actually played Xenomarine. But I'd like to at some point. A friend of mine just told me to check my email, so I'm checking my email. What did he send me? Oh, he forwarded me a concert ticket. Apparently, I'm going to go see Power Metal. Cool. But yeah, no, I will just echo what Epion just said, which is if you liked Aliens RL, right? Buy this video game on launch. Buy this video game. Because what if you could get an Aliens RL that looks more akin to this and plays more akin to this? I'm just saying.
Maybe here I'll get some answers.
Oh, also a reason the levels in this game might feel a little less cramped and chaotic than Jupiter Hell than Doom RL is because you can't move diagonally in this one. So it has to be designed with bigger hallways in mind. That might also have something to do with it. If you feel like the levels feel less varied and chaotic, that's part of the reason. IMO. You're gonna bleed out before you even get to me. The way I like it. Got another stim pack. I don't think I've used a med kit outside of that one time today. Let's manufacture a helmet. Marine helmet. Let's do that. Heal a bit of health on entering a new level. Nice. Owie.
Hell, fuckers.
I don't need that smoke grenade. These I do need, though. Now, what do I get rid of for them, though? I have enough ammo, I think. How about,
Need to get rid of some shit.
fuck it. We'll leave the EMP for now. I mean, look at any other game that doesn't have diagonal movement. And look at how their levels are laid out. Like, or look at a game that's designed for no diagonals. Something like Golden Crone Hotel, for example. The levels are a lot more open than they would be in DCSS because the game is designed and balanced for no diagonals, but also has the diagonals as an option in that game. I still want to know what you would call an Aliens RL successor, if you have a name in mind. That's something that I'm really curious about, is just what you name it. And also, I'd want to know what the visual treatment would look like. Would it be the same camera angle? Questions like that. All right, Biolabs. If we, has a remote security system activating the vault elevator. I'm probably not going to go to Biolabs just because I hate Biolabs. After your medicine at the laboratory and Europa level 6. So Europa level 6 has a med kit, has a medical station. Red card access to dig zone. Ooh, do we want to do dig zone? I would skip the pit. We could also do ruins. Ruins... Bottom of ruins can have a unique, right? It looks fine to me in ASCII and tile-based games. Or pixel-based games, Tygo. But in games like this, yes, I agree. It looks fucking weird. Yeah, I assume so, Epion. Here's an idea. Here's a pitch. If you do end up making an Aliens RL successor, we should do like quarterly videos talking about development. I'd be down. I don't know if you'd be down.
The fuck you waiting for?
The fuck you waiting for? I'm looking at the thing, you impatient twat. Ooh, fancy revolver, but that's by the point where I don't even know if I'd ever get ammo for it ever again. Red card access to dig zone, though. Well, I mean, I look at, what NoClip did with, Hades developing Hell. I'd love to try and do something like that just for fun. For me streaming the developer versions pre-early access launch? What, for this? Or for something else? I'm assuming you're still talking about Aliens. I don't know which early access launch you're talking about right now. I'm just gonna gas this. They're just at a bad angle for me. Ah, pity I didn't get you two in there with it. Alright, so we now have Bulletstorm. +1 shots. and non-SMG fire time is up to 125%. So I shoot faster, and I shoot more. I shoot faster and more. Who doesn't like that? Oh, for aliens? Do you ever just, like, shoot something and then just blink, like, 4 times and be like, what the fuck just happened? Okay. I mean, I'd be down. Bye. You're almost dead anyway. I'll just shoot you. One of the bullets is gonna hit you. I think I'm gonna auto-calibrate everything that I... Not the jackhammer. Repair my armor and then extract the last multi-tool. I don't think so, actually. It doesn't really need one, though. An event log. That's a lot of damage. At some point, hopefully, we'll get a version of the game that runs in terminal, though. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. That was a Kickstarter feature that never got implemented because it's been on the back burner for a long time. Although I think you can still activate it, but it's like not playable or something.
It's fucking locked.
Okay, well I need to come back and unlock you. Oh boy, that's gonna end well for them. On his terminal. For ideological reasons? Like, it is, like, straight up running in terminal, correct? Ow. Epion could answer that question, but if I remember correctly, it is... Yeah, there you go. So that's your answer there. I still think that there should be a way for us to play Dumarel without the tile set and without the naming in this game through a terminal. I really wish that that was a feature. You know what? I don't actually need that. We'll be okay. Where? Oh. It was like I'm missing a door somewhere. Yeah, I kind of want to take that revolver, but I'm just going to run out of ammo for it immediately. Let's just shoot that, wait for it to walk forward. So you dead? And you're dead. Okay.
Where next?
What do I want? Just AV1 combat pistols? It's like, not really. What am I using for armor? AV2 basic armor and AV1 Breen. Let's just get new armor.
Protection.
It's just Automed versus padded and swift. More overall armor though. Actually, hold on a second. Okay, I thought that was maybe a reroll. Can I get a reroll at this one down here? I can't remember. If I can, I might actually reroll that perk. No, I can't. Okay. Ah! What was my exit? I can't remember where I was going. I'm lost. Was this Biolabs? Yes. Okay, so we're not going to go that way. We're going to go this way. Oh, hey. Door that I missed. Ooh, 2 crack grenades. Nyum. Do the random cover boxes ever drop anything? Nope, but there are certain things that do sometimes drop things. Need to go AFK for a while? Do what you gotta do. So while is there more visually noisy, it's hard to tell what happened without floating numbers or a turn log or better understand what's going on. I tend to feel that this is one game that really doesn't need a turn log, just because it is very straightforward. At least in regards to roguelikes, in comparison to more traditional things. Also, we're getting really close to a big graphical shift in styles, because we're gonna go Ruins. Ruins is probably the biggest graphical shift we've seen yet. Like, it's about as straightforward as XCOM, right? And XCOM certainly doesn't need a turn feed explaining exactly what happened. I mean, like, I could see a world where it had one, but I don't think that XCOM would ever need one. It's like, and I could certainly see the argument for why you'd want one. I think that there is some occasional points where it's like, okay, what the fuck happened there? But it's pretty rare, and it's usually means that you're playing faster than you should be. It's like if you slow down and just look at things and examine the UI, you can pretty easily deduce what needs to be done and or what just happened. Just shoot down the door rather than actually opening it. He just about killed himself with an explosion. It did a little bit of damage to me, but not much. Ow. It was a bit more damage than I needed to take there. Still nothing that I actually want. Let's just repair my armor.
No fucking room.
Don't have any room for that grenade. Yeah, probably. Or it's like 96% chance to hit. Gun is pointed directly through creature. Bullet lands on the other side. I mean, I've definitely been XCOM'd by this game a few times, but I think it's less frustrating in this than it is in XCOM. The last person to leave the facility should activate the defense protocol procedure at the terminal, and use the safety exit. Cool. Europa Dig Zone 2 has a shotgun. We're not going that route. Request for leave has been approved. You can report to the processing division for your ticket and your flight home. It was a pleasure having you under my command. Too bad we'll never talk again. I want to remind you that security is of the utmost importance. There has been leaks of information to Callisto authorities. Please deal with them ASAP. That's Concourse, which we're not going to. I actually really hate Concourse. Concourse is scary as fuck. I don't think you really miss blank shots in the original XCOM because they simulated bullet travel, but you had to roll a critical 90-degree sideways shot in order to actually miss. When you had 80% accuracy, which was right in front of an enemy. Now, I think that people get frustrated by modern XCOM almost more than classic XCOM. Not because of the hit chances, but it's more like the graphics do not accurately represent what just happened. So you'll have situations where, like, a gun literally points directly at somebody and then it misses. That's I think, what frustrates people in modern XCOM.
I'm carrying too much shit.
All right, we're going this route. This is a really big shift in level gen. Because these ones are all kind of boxy rooms, right? This area is a very big shift, and we have exalted summons. So I need to basically speedrun to all of those summoning circles to close them. I think I'm going to take an Iron Man, just bump up my HP a bunch. Insta-gib you, walk this way. Fuck, that's a lot of circles. There's no way I'm getting all of these. That's one. Let's try and get two. Did Exalted Summons get a buff? It feels like it.
Reload, damn it.
Ay, ay, ay. I'm gonna stim. Reload. Adrenaline. Shoot him. Shoot him. I left the one behind me to just bleed to death. Reload. I'm gonna stim again just for the speed, but I don't think I'm going to get to the 3 over there in time. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I mean, I still need to close them. I just now have resilient dudes coming through here. That's 2. It's not too bad, actually. Cleared him pretty easily. You agree with the graphical representation, shooting through a wall and corner or whatnot. It always felt like modern XCOM was, it was understandable why it happened, but it didn't feel good. No, totally. Yeah, absolutely. And that's kind of why I stopped playing the for XCOM games. So loading times were too slow, and they just didn't feel good. It never felt good to actually have to fight those characters. But yeah, no, this is probably, this style of map is the biggest shift from the initial map generation. And then it changes again and again later on. Like, IO is, again, pretty different. It's like a more chaotic version of the original areas. But this is much more akin to what, like, classic Dumorel level layouts were like. And, like, if you go down through Dig Zone initially, I think it's called, or you go down to Europa immediately, instead of going through Valhalla, you'll get much more these kind of, like, chaotic areas. If you go through Callisto Rift, you'll get much more these kind of areas. It just didn't happen in this run. Like, see, here's a diagonal that I would be able to go through if I could move diagonally, but... It'd be really interesting to have a game where, like, you can't move diagonally, but if you run into a thing like this, you could take, like, 4 turns or something to, like, shimmy through it. I don't know if that would even be doable, but... This is the medical site that we came for. I'm just going to increase my health again. I'm keeping my advanced one, and I'm keeping mine, because I've got upgraded versions, so instead we'll just repair my armor. Let's just run over here and just grab whatever's in these 2 chests that I skipped immediately to close some of those portals. Grab another red card. We'll just repair that. Pick that up. Pick that up. Actually, I think I have space in my inventory for that. Yeah, I do. Did I read these? Yeah. And Frozen Temples. Next, me think. Can you shoot through that diagonal? Absolutely, yeah. It's really good cover, too. They can shoot you, too. That's kind of how this game, like, deals with that, right? Like, if you're doing melee, you can melee diagonally onto people to take their tile. I don't know if you could melee through that, though. I've never actually been in that situation. Hey, Brick of Clay, what's up? It's good to see you. Next time, the graphics are a weird thing. I guess if they wanted to make a cartoony game or a realistic-looking one, they had to make sacrifices. Absolutely. This is, talking about, like, modern XCOM is the reason I really, really, really liked Phantom Doctrine. Because Phantom Doctrine, nothing misses. It's impossible to miss in Phantom Doctrine. But what it does, the way that game works is you don't have a health bar, you have a dodge bar, and the more, air quotes, hits you take, the more likely you are to inevitably get shot and die. Because, like, you're unarmored secret agents stealthing through an area, air quotes, in that game. So there is no, like, health kit and you're not getting shot. You are having near grazes or near misses that make you less cautious until you inevitably get shot, which is kind of a really interesting way of doing it. I'm gonna shoot the acid barrel. Especially when you need to use them in combat. Yeah, no, totally. I just think that because this game is so focused on ranged combat, whereas a lot of roguelikes are very much like cram your forehead against a thing until it dies in melee. Because this game is so focused on ranged combat, like, the need for diagonals is significantly lessened, in my opinion. And would be a significantly less interesting option, especially considering you can when you are in melee. And if you haven't, you should, but you should definitely listen to the full-length movie I put out with Epion. But there's one part where he talks about diagonals, and I am very happy I have a gas grenade. Jesus. Even though I hit myself with it. Kind of want to take Tough as Nails. Start getting some more armor. But I think we'll do Gunslinger level 3. Reload time is 100%. Fire time is 100%. Reload time is 50%. So that's just... I shoot faster and reload faster. But I'm also running kind of out of ammo, so I'm happy that this room has a lot of dudes that'll drop ammo for me. Just curious about how quickly you'd bleed. Not particularly quick.
Done here.
All right. Although next level is level 11, which will get us next point into Bulletstorm, which is ammo consumption is halved. That'll be very helpful. And this area doesn't have as much ammo, so. Which is why I have a shotty. And I'm going to use this shotty for a bit. 12 gauge jackhammer. And besides, like, you can't deny that this game is beautiful. I mean, just look at that lighting. It's so nice. Although here's the thing, right? A planned feature for this game, which will not be in at 1.0, but will be in eventually, is fully procedural destruction. So, don't like that diagonal thingy that you can see through? Fucking blow it up. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Especially later on. Like, early on, ammo for everything is hyper plentiful, right? But later on, that's definitely a thing that you'll run into. So we're going to go through this area. I'm not going to take the air quote rewards, though.
This place is old. Very old.
But this is a really neat map that fans of old DRL stuff will really appreciate. The level gen is super cool in this.
Fucking reload already.
We're not going to have ammo for very long, though, because this thing is going to run out of ammo incredibly quickly. This shotgun. This is one of the really, really, really neat zones. This is probably my favorite recent addition to the game, this whole area. Yeah, that's the plan. I'm not gonna pick up the heart. I'm gonna look at the heart, but I'm not gonna pick it up. Just because I don't feel like doing wishes. Spoilers, by the way. I would activate the trap, but I don't have a, You feel like I'm going to like Dante? If I like this area, I'm gonna like Dante? Well, I mean, this is my favorite map in the game right now, so. Partially because of the color palette. I'm gonna let you bleed for a bit. I am going to run out of ammo on this gun like immediately, but that's okay. Thanks for the health. I like the non-cave part, but I also really like the caves. I like the combination, that's the thing. Just realized I'm like tensing my shoulder like crazy. Which is bad, and I shouldn't be doing that.
Fucking reload already. Beat up on aisle, fuckhead.
Alright, so that's the outer area. And then we have access to the temple.
No fucking ammo.
I probably could make my way out of the trap alive, but eh. Yeah, no, obviously there's no caves in Dante. No, I also just like, I like Ancient Aliens and the H.R. Geiger stuff and like, just the design, like, say what you want about Prometheus, right? But I really like the design of the ship in Prometheus, for example. Like that whole sequence at the very end of Prometheus is fucking rad, in my opinion. So, anyway, mysterious frozen heart. I wonder what you do with it. I'm not gonna touch it though. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna touch this. Look at this. AV3 combat armor, powered and padded.
I always dream.
Massive armor upgrade. The generosity of the temple is finite, mortal. All right, then we go over here. Take a peek at this. AV3 pistol lamp. Look at that. I'm doing a pistol build. That's enough. Be gone, mortal. Alright, boss. I'm leaving. Also, you need a good voice to voice that. I'm just saying. And it needs to be John Delancey. I'm just saying. That's enough. Be gone, mortal. To change the camera angles and perspectives, you can zoom in and zoom out. But that's it. So, I got a powered 20% move speed, padded, partial cold protection. I'm going to keep that helmet. Just whoever did the Canadian voice pack for no, just get Day 9 to do it. Just get day 9 being maniacal. There you go. Or a creepy child. That would be creepy. Yeah, that could work. Just like like kind of a Grudge style with weird wispy sounds in the background. That's a Carnage hallway. Big robot in there. I kind of need to swap out one of these pistols for a 7.62 sidearm now, but I want like an AV2 one. I don't want an AV1 7.62 sidearm. I'm just gonna let them kill each other, which they more or less did. I'm literally about to run out of ammo. All right, let's swap out that for a sniper rifle and start picking this up. Because the sniper uses this ammo and is also really good on ammo consumption. Repair my armor. So I got plenty of multi-tools. Ow. My leg is asleep. Good lord. This sniper's pretty good. Pretty good. All right. I think I need another army surplus. But we're also about to hit IO, so I can get a beam weapon. Attention, Biolabs lockdown. Please be advised that for an indefinite amount of time, access to the Biolabs has been restricted. Unless specifically ordered, no one is allowed entry. And the line is shut down. Do not ask for updates. These will not be provided on a need-to-know basis. Makes you want a Bioshock roguelike? Oh, man. Me too. Or like a Soma roguelike. Doesn't even need to be Bioshock. Although Soma is kind of just like grosser Bioshock in a way. Well, less body... Well, kind of still body horror, I guess. Bioshock is just a good setting, though. Like, that's just a good setting. Like, you could put anything there and people will pay attention, right? Like, Rapture's just a good piece of fiction. Oh, there's a shit ton of depth to this game now. And, like, I feel like every skeptic who I know about this game, at this point, has kind of... Every person who's been highly skeptical of this game up until this point, as soon as they download it and play it, they go, oh, I get it now. Like, it's one of those things where it's really hard to explain why this game is good until you've played it. Like, it's... All I can do is just explain why I like this game. But every single time I explain why I like this game to people, and they're like, I don't know. I think I like this more, or I don't think I like this part of it. Then they sit down and play it, and they're like, okay, I understand why you like this game now. Oddly enough, I've gotten very similar statements and comments over the years about ammo consumption is 1 per weapon. Yay! Because we've fully leveled up Bulletstorm now. I think. No, we're halfway there. We've got the ammo consumption is halved. Not the pistol I want, but a nice pistol. I already have a better pistol amp. Maybe I should just grab a rocket launcher. Although ammo will be more plentiful soon. Actually, no, let's take that chain gun.
Okay.
Take the chain gun. Yeah, I think that there's like one group of people that will never be happy with this game though, and that's the I refuse to play a roguelike without diagonals. But at this point, it's almost like Sorry Squad, where it's just like, well, I mean, I'd like you to enjoy this game too, but you won't let you enjoy this game too, and that's your fault, not the game's fault at this point, IMO. Okay, so it's just that guy at the awkward angle. Go up here, gun you down, gun you down. I'm not even using my primary weapon here. I'm just using a... There we go. Clear. Didn't even get what I needed. All right, now is where we do this. Let's just say fuck it and get a sidearm. Question is, which one do I want to keep? The one with less mods on it. It's the one I want to get rid of. What did we get? Zombie Bane. Oh, that's useful. 50% damage against former humans. Well, it's not even just the level of depth. It's the... Also, Pieces of the Universe hosted me 23 minutes ago, and I totally missed it. Thanks for the host if you're still here. It's not even the depth. It's just the way the game feels. Is a large portion of it for me. A lot of the complexity is hidden as well, but it's not even that the complexity is hidden. It's just the game feels incredibly good to play. Like, it just... There is not a lot of roguelikes that feel this good. In fact, I would argue there's probably none that feel this smooth. This kind of slick and produced. Yeah, totally. Oh, what do I want? I want to extract that. So now I'm going to be consuming significantly less of my ammo. Like right now, 9mm ammo, because of the route that I've taken, is super scarce, and because I was using a shit ton of 9mm, I've literally had to change my build because of... I've literally had to change my build because of ammo consumption. And off to Central Dig.
It's fucking cold. I must be getting warmer.
And then there's also, like, you know, a situation. And then you give me... and then you do that! I mean... I think I'm gonna keep Zombie Bane. Made a mistake. I need to stick to the edge of the maps. Or the edge of this map. This generated a ball sack. And another thing is, like, find me another roguelike that plays well on a controller. That doesn't compromise anything. Chuck the crack, the frag, and keep the plasma, because that is the
fucking room.
Best option there. Don't need that many key cards. I don't even know if I'm going to need any key cards going forward. I haven't decided what my end route's going to be. Kind of wish there was multiple colors of key cards instead of just red ones, but... It's also nice that both my pistols have 12 shots now. I'm literally shooting twice the bullets that I'm firing.
Who's next?
I'm so powerful, I just, like, use my mind to make more bullets appear. Still haven't gotten a unique yet. Sad days.
Is this really Io?
Is this really Io? Io, floor 1. Very scary floor, unless you hit the wait button a bunch. Because they all just kill each other. Some people complain that the AI kills itself in this map. I really like it. The first time you hit this map, it's like, whoa, what is going on? Because it truly feels like everything has changed when you hit this floor. Yeah, AI fighting each other and AI just doing its thing without you. Does it feel the level path begin to converge into one or two predictable choices? Or will the endgame always have, say, 2 out of 8 styles of map path to choose from? See, I can't answer that question, Ratha, because right now, I could answer that question. But in a week, I can't answer that question. The war on Io? It really is the war on Io. There is a straight-up war happening. I never worded it that way myself, but it's cool. Yeah, because, like, the end game is changing next week. Right? Is it next week? It's like a week and a half from now. Yeah, less than 2 weeks from now. Because on the 5th of August, they're changing the endgame. That's the final 1.0 patch. Well, not the final patch, but the 1.0 patch is literally just they are making a change to the endgame, and we get Dante Station instead of what we currently have, which is Beyond. An area called Beyond. So it's I can't tell you because I don't know. Epion could probably answer that question better than I can. In regards to how much the player has agency over the endgame. I will say this, like there's been many times where it's like in the last 4 levels I've changed my loadout completely because I've run out of ammunition or something. Or in the second to last major area of the game I'll find a unique item which completely changes how I play. So that stuff does happen for sure.
Much appreciated.
Do I want to swap the plasma pistol? Not currently. Maybe if I find an advanced one. For right now, I'm sticking with what I have. Repair my armor. Calibrate my sidearm. Let's go. Did I extract a multi-tool? All right. Do I want to keep that chain gun, actually? I think I'm actually going to swap the chain gun for a plasma rifle.
Carrying too much shit.
Nah, I'm going to keep the chain gun. Just because I don't have to carry another ammo type. Well, I mean, a lot of these changes are recent, right? Like, the unique items which level up are recent. And I haven't found a relic or a unique yet. And either of those could kind of completely change my run. Like, if I find a specific relic or Like there's a secret boss right before the end, which I won't, which I'm not doing this run, which I won't tell you how to find, unless you really want. But there's a secret boss on like the second to last major level area, right before the game changes, which could completely change your run if you know how to do it. And you could plan for that, for example. Let's grab Son of a Gun 3. Just get better crit on my guns. So if you were to know how to get to that secret boss and go out of your way to hit that, that's terrible. That's much better. You could intentionally completely change your run that way. But again, you'd need to know how to do it. That frozen heart thing that I showed you could completely change your run, again, if you know how to do it and plan for it. It's adrenaline. Grab bullets for you. Owie. Wrong decision. But we did it. Not a lot of bleed, though, fortunately. The first time I played Cogmind A Brick of Clay, I literally just hit the wait button for like 20 minutes on the first floor just to see what all the little droids would do. Just, they were so fun to watch, just like digging into the walls. I was just following them around. I was like, I wonder if it's going to take me somewhere. IO level 5 has a vault on it. Interrogation went well. The suspect has been iced. I placed his gear in the vault on IO 5 in case you want to look through it. Urgent! Major Jones! There's soldiers reported breaking through into something that looks like a temple of sorts. 2 groups of 4 were sent inside, but all contact with them was lost. Requesting Crime Marine team ASAP. Note reminder, we'd like to remind everyone that access to IO Black Site has been restricted to no entry without a red card. Okay. What's this? Huh. System O42666. Commit to info number 1. My favorite part of this is that it literally just looks like keyboard face roll. JFL Fedniglui Miglafla Dante. Wag. Is this actually decryptable? 42.666. That's my favorite DF version. Heads up, chat. Investments are open if you want to invest your tickets. A Cthulhu message. Exactly. A Cthulhu message. Hey, Hellraiser. Interesting. Updates required. I've updated the code for Shadow Hall's Level 2's remote lockdown. Which is also, like, still new as of a month and a half ago, right? That's why, like, recommending or talking about specific systems in this game is kind of difficult still because, like, they all change every 2 weeks still. Like, the game's in such a heavy amount of flux right now. And I think probably will continue for at least a bit after launch. Until work starts on a new game, right? So, like, it's... And, like, that system that you're specifically talking about just got completely revamped, what, 2 days ago?
Let's get a move on.
And this is my first time even looking at, like, the new stuff. But, yes, like, the game specifically points you in certain directions if you pay attention to this system. But you could completely ignore these messages and emails and enjoy the game entirely, right? Like, if you stare at this text, you'll get a lot more out of the specific routes, and things will be less surprising because, like, you'll be able to kind of plan your route based on what you're seeing. But I don't think I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna do Shadow Halls. But there's a remote lockdown, which is good to know. Recon. kind of just want to go warehouse, but warehouse can have uniques, right? Like, I kind of just want to stay the main route and then go warehouse. But we could also do Mephatic Mines. Could also do Shadow Halls, but I didn't bring the heart. Could also do Black Site. I'm just remembering that haste run where I got 2 uniques in warehouse. But I don't know if that was intended. I don't know that that was intended. Because you could get a red locked unique. I have 4 red cards. 3 red cards. I want a unique, that's the thing. Black Site is a bad idea because Black Site is scary as fuck unless you've changed it. I feel more confident about being able to successfully get through mines or warehouse. I'm just worried about ammo right now. Like really worried about ammo through Black Site. But also same with mines, which is why I kind of want to just go warehouse. 4th one drops. Yeah, I know, which is why I'm thinking about just going warehouse, but warehouse is less interesting. I'm worried about ammo, which is why I'm thinking about just going warehouse. You won't get all the branches every run, Martha. I've also, like, there was a route that I wanted to take earlier on, but I didn't get a drop for it because it was broken. The elevator was air quotes broken, so I needed a multi-tool, and I didn't get a multi-tool on the first 2 floors. So you kind of don't know what you're going to get until you get to this screen. And even this screen that shows you what the branches are is pretty new in the grand scheme of this game. I think I might just go warehouse. I think I might just go warehouse. Just because I'm worried about ammo. But then again, I need to remind myself that I'm only playing on medium and not hard. But Beyond is still scary even on medium. Admittedly, scarier on hard, but...
That's better.
Man, the armor in Toxic Hollow would be really nice right now. Medusas are fucking terrifying, dude. Especially because they're like a hard counter to a accuracy build. Which is like, or anything that requires any kind of accuracy. There's a turret in here, because it's not moving.
See you in hell, fuckers.
Alright, yeah, I think we're just going to mainline down to warehouse. I think that's what we're going to do. Also, did I check what this was? I can't remember if I did. Yeah, it's a shotgun amp. Okay.
No room.
All right, let's go top side. You can just like hear the violence. One thing that I think is actually kind of a complaint about the usability of this game is most roguelikes you can play without sound. This game you kind of can't. Because most roguelikes will like that requires sound will just like have like a tile light up to like imply sound, right? This game actually has the sound. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like other enemies that I'm scared of, even on a perfect build, outside of Medusas. I was pretty scared of the security droids for a bit, and then I figured out how to kill them, and now they're not as scary.
No fucking room.
Because I know how to kill them now. So I guess I don't need the red cards now because I'm going warehouse, so I can just dump the red cards. Ow. We're gonna need to step on it. There you go. Could have just shot him. That would have been so much easier. And then in regards to level generation, like, this is the first level like this that I've seen. Like with these kind of looping background rooms. Similar pillars to Valhalla, but still different. Considerably so. This like almost hub area kind of surrounding the elevator instead of what it had previously. And in regards to ammo, notice everything now is 7.62 and there's like no 9 mils. So my 9mm pistol, which right now is doing a lot of bleed damage, is suddenly significantly less useful because I'm very close to running out of ammo for it. That would have been terrifying on hard. All right. Minimap looks a little bugged though, almost. I've never seen an elevator and a door like that. Okay, so we're gonna go IO Nexus. It's a pretty neat layout as well. You know, actually, I know there's an enemy that I'm really scared of. Like, infestations like this are really scary on a melee build. Like, if I walked into this room on a melee build, I would be terrified right now. Because infestations on melee builds is horrifying. But I'm not in a melee build, so it's not too bad. If I walked into an area that is primarily IO droids on certain type of builds, that's also terrifying. Like if I'm heavily depending on a shotgun and I don't have a build that makes shotguns against droids, that's also terrifying. I still have a good drop from earlier because I went to a special zone. Something's breaking something. I don't know what it is. It's probably a vault. It's hard to say. I might actually just throw a crack grenade on this. Just kill both of you. Heavily damage both of you. Let's just have way too much HP. And repair my armor again. Increase my health for the lulz. And fully repair my armor. I don't need to auto-calibrate that chain gun. Something's coming in the room. These guys were also really scary when they got added to the game. As a casual viewer, it's certainly a bit more difficult to understand what the different enemy types are at a glance, like with other RLs, in part because of the darkness of the game, but also due to the size of the models and the brightness, plus the size of the weapons underneath. I tend to agree with that, but I'll also say this. Look at the top right. If you're used to ASCII, certainly. But I hardly consider you a casual viewer, right? And the reason I will say that is because you know what Brogue is. You know what DCSS is. If I say Tome, you know what I'm talking about. You're not a casual viewer. You're maybe somebody who's new to this game, but you are not a casual viewer. However, somebody who comes from watching Call of Duty would have an easier time watching this than Brogue, for example, right?
The fuck you waiting for?
So I would not consider you to be a casual viewer in this instance. I want the bleed status immunity on this. So I can no longer bleed! Meaning fighting things in melee is a little bit more viable now. No, totally, but, you know, in a world where this is a game that's sold, what? Less than 10,000 copies? How many people are what I would consider to be somebody who has delved deeply into this game? Like, I am probably the 0.1%, maybe not 0.1, I'm probably like 10% of the audience that has gotten as invested into this game. So we're talking like less than 2,000 people here. We're talking about a very small pool of people that are not that are this hardcore into this game, I guess. Hardcore, if that's what you want to say.
No room in inventory.
People have been requesting bigger zoom range. I mean, you can zoom out. I mean, there is a setting that lets you zoom in and zoom out if you want. Like, if you want to see more at a time, you can do that. I mean, like, a lot of the time when I'm playing this game, I'm actually just staring at the minimap, too. Like, keep that in mind.
And stay down, ugly motherfucker.
Don't need to use an E9mm for this. Just a sword. Okay. Also, on the topic of interesting levels, this is a unique, kind of predictable level. This is the first level of this layout that we've seen so far. We're not going that route, so it doesn't matter. This is a reminder that this email should only be used for maintaining day-to-day operations. Do not discuss work using email, nor send any classified information. The EMS exists for a reason. Can I just say that I think it's hilarious that it is 21:22 and we're still using email? God damn it. You'd think that they'd have some sort of advanced Slack alternative or something. Dives over office desk. Hi, Animal. It's good to see you again. Welcome back. Unless you've been lurking all day, in which case, thanks for lurking, man. Noah Smith to Leo Stewart. Hi, Leo. If I were you, I'd stop asking or even mentioning the phrase shadow halls, or they'll send someone down to meth. That's funny just because of meth. There we go. We love to lurk. We love to hear it. So we can send more cat memes. Yeah, like the lady did at the bank. Jesus. Arrgh. That's the ammo that I need. That's also the ammo that I need. It's like the game's throwing me a fucking bone here. Sure, we'll just unlock the vault, check security. Only a turret? I mean, I'm gonna disable it because it's right here. Body count. Lieutenant's doing. Isn't there something that can be done? The body count will be high. Did I get part 1 of body count? The body count will be high as long as the gas continues to adapt to the new masks. We have no choice other than sending in fresh meat from Callisto there to keep up the flow. Re-evacuation. Dr. Williams, I suggest that you go down there yourself once. Oh, and go fuck yourself. Major Ward. Your transfer to Cry Labs has been approved. Godspeed. All right. Aside from the app and format at this point, both are similarly depending on who you need to contact. You don't need to CC everybody in Slack for everybody to see it. Still getting some weird level gen stuff. Beyond, you might want to peek at this. That's a weird anomaly. Although, that being said, I'm kind of okay with the level gen getting weird in this area because things are kind of going insane. We're kind of going to hell. But we'll see. As long as it doesn't break anything. I just don't think that that's intended. I'm doing a whole buttload of damage right now. And I also have way too much HP. Although with the level that I'm at in this game, I should theoretically, assuming I play even like relatively carefully, I should be able to just beat the game every run. The way this game is balanced and the way they want this game to be played, I should be able to beat this game every run with the knowledge that I have of this game. I'm gonna throw away a small med kit and pick up that because that's a teleporter. It teleports me somewhere random on the map. It's a very useful tool at this point. Many of the alternate gameplay modes, like pacifism and others. There's challenges which change the way your character plays. So it'll add like buffs or debuffs. Like there's a shotguns only, there's a rocket launchers only, there's various things like that. There's impatience, which starts you at level 1 halfway through the game with some starting gear to help you. The most recent update literally just added trials, which adds in an arena mode, an endless mode, a shortened down mode, which is what you saw me playing last time. So there's tons of that stuff. And apparently there's modifiers coming, which to me, that's our route, which to me read kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for here?
That ain't the spot.
Which to me read kind of like Halo skulls. But I don't know how accurate that is because I haven't seen them yet. I can show you in between runs. I mean, I could save and just show you, but. Also, this game supports save on exit, which is a feature that games like Returnal still don't have. Fun fact. Not that that's a roguelike, but. Level 14, Bulletstorm level 3. Kill you. All right, let's yeah, it's time. We're gonna get me a level 2 plasma pistol. I'm going to swap out that pistol that I got very early on. Can I dismantle stuff here? No, I can't. All right. What perk did we get on this? The plasma. Hunter and fresh mag. I'm gonna reroll fresh mag. I'm not a huge fan of fresh mag. What did we get? Hunter 8. Bonus damage against high tier enemies. Much prefer that, especially at this point. I can go down here and dump out the 9 mils. And the map is clear because the name is blue, so I can just run around and grab some ammo for it. Hey, Lake Bear, how we do? Nyum. So I need to go pick up the lightning bolts. I explained it well enough. Eh. That's a weird... I don't remember that being that purple color on the map, but I guess I'm wrong. All right, let's go this way.
It's quiet. Too quiet.
Also, darkness zooms the camera in. So this is a dark map. Because I have no night vision, it straight just zooms the camera way the fuck in. Exclamation point roguelike. That's my answer to that question. Also, that's one of those questions that I read as intentionally trying to start fights. So, at this point, I kind of just don't answer it. Then why did you ask it? There is one answer to it. You already know it because you're asking the question. So why ask the question? There is only one way to perceive it.
Rest in peace, chuckle fucks.
And because you asked the question, you already know how I perceive it. So, the Berlin interpretation. The shut the fuck up and smile interpretation is what I choose at this point. Okay, so here's my actual answer to that question. Also, there's a unique there, which I haven't looked at, so I'm gonna hold out for a second. There only is one interpretation to that question, and any other interpretation is somebody trying to take a traditional genre for themselves to make sense of a different style of game that's existed for a while, right? Literally all it is it's people taking run-based games, which have existed for a very long time, and adding roguelike to it, which is wrong. So this is a gun called Hate. I don't know anything about this. It's literally the description is Hate. Damaging enemies stacks critical chance. Damaging enemies? Uses 7.62 ammo. Oh, ooh la la. Me do like much. Fucking cool. So this is a unique. Well, it seems to just stack indefinitely. Let's also pick up that. And it's a pistol, so I can dual wield.
Yeah, I'm a fucking hoarder, okay?
Yeah, shut up. No, thanks. I will keep my current helmet, thanks. I will pick that up. I will use a multi-tool to prepare my armor. 9-inch nails, which I will take. So, super nail gun. Guess ammo shortage is the mother of most stupid ideas. Eats multi-tools when you're not watching. So it has 99 ammo, but will use a multi-tool every single time I reload it. Fully reloads using a multi-tool. But what does it hate? Yes. That's the accurate answer, yes. So this is a very, very, very good weapon, but don't ever reload it. It's the gun that you have to reprogram your brain to not reload to use it. Now we're on IO level 6, and I already hear big robots. I like that this unique only fires once. You got your official Blind IRL mug in the mail. That was fast. You gotta send me pictures of it. You gotta send me pictures. Always double damage, or can crit be different per weapon skill with mod bonus? I think the answer to that question is just simply yes. Crit changes depending on what perks you have, and crit can mean different things. Like I said, like Epion said earlier, a lot of the depth in this game is hidden under the hood. You can completely ignore gun stats and just take the thing with the bigger numbers and be totally fine. Also, I'm one-shotting things that have a lot of HP. That's a lot of damage I'm doing. I will disable the one turret. There's 2 Crybots left. I mean, we're already done all that, so it don't matter. And there's no messages. Cool. I still need to be really careful with ammo, though. Although I could throw away some of these med kits. Yeah, fuck it. Let's use that and try and get more ammo. Because if there's one thing... wow. Look at how much damage I'm doing to these things. Look at how much HP that thing has. I missed. But at that time I hit. Which might have been distance damage on that one. Off the gateway.
A gift for me.
Shotgun amp? Nah. Nah, mate. Posted it in DF chat. Let's see. Nice. I like it. It's a clay mug. All craft store ship is finely crafted. Glazing is superior quality. The color is white. The decoration contains an image of your favorite Twitch streamer. That's me during the forest fires. A friend of mine wants me to confirm something.
The fuck you waiting for?
All right. Glad you're very pleased. I used to use one of my mugs, and then I got this nifty Discord mug, so I use that. Even though, just because like not a lot of people have that Discord mug because you can't buy it. This one. But ironically, my own merch mugs are probably significantly rarer. Or actually, no, I know for a fact they're significantly rarer because all Twitch partners got that mug as a Christmas gift. They didn't even ask. They just mailed it. It just showed up. It was actually kind of nice. It was like, hey, we're sending you a Christmas gift. That's all that it said. They didn't actually say what the Christmas gift was, and then it just showed up. Which is kind of neat. Thanks, Discord, for being a really good company to sell out to because you send me random shit. Man, this area feels so empty because the last few runs I've done have been on hard, and this one's on medium. in the air, and you got through some. And we get it every summer these days. I wonder if the number of intensity fires has increased. Well, let me tell you this. My city, Vancouver, Canada, is now on day 38 without rain. That is the longest amount of time we've gone without rain in recorded history. So, you know, take that with what you will. Also, in regards to level variance, the levels get bigger the deeper you go. This is massive compared to, like, the starting level. IO gets huge towards the end. It's also like IO is really cool because it's like a combination of the caves, which are a lot more chaotic. I am very fucking strong. This is like, I don't want to say a perfect build, but take a little bit more dodge.
A fucking man.
But it's pretty fucking close. Let's put this on my combat. Let's put this on my combat armor, because I'm not going to swap that out, I don't think. And let's take reduced dodge penalties. So I dodge a little better. I mean, there's suspicion and predictions stating that we're going to get another weekend of 40-degree plus weather.
No room in
Which just means more ravens are going to die, more shellfish are going to get baked on the beaches, more clams are going to die on the beaches, more crabs are going to die on the beaches. All that fun stuff, you know? I mean, part of the reason why BC is burning more is because, like, unrelated to climate change, there was a outbreak of a particular beetle, which was an invasive species, which we brought, also due to unrelegated logging on our part. But the pine beetle, I think is what it's called, kills pine trees. And so huge portions of our forest are dead because of an invasive species that we brought. Damn those fucking pine beetles. So combine that with hotter average temperatures, more people in the area, meaning more cigarettes, and more people smoking. I guess maybe even legalized weed, theoretically. Although I get I run into the impression that at least currently people who smoke weed are more careful and cautious with it than people who smoke cigarettes, but I could be wrong there. That's more stereotypes than anything. So combine all of those statistics plus pine beetle and hotter than average temperatures equals more forest fires, at least here.
Order, okay? Need to get rid of some shit.
I need to get more inventory space. Oh, jeez. I just permanently lost some HP due to not paying attention. Fucking Medusas, man. Invasive species are their own problem. I'm literally leaving 2 medkits on the ground because I'm so strong. No, I smoked that entire thing until it burns my fucking fingers off. And there's nothing left. Although, I don't actually do that because I bring my vape, which doesn't actually cause any fire. You know? Was how they poison lakes in California to kill off northern pike to protect salmon and other species. What? That doesn't seem productive.
Fuck. It's hot as the devil's asshole down here.
That's spooky. I didn't actually know that. That seems like killing a... That seems like killing a peasant with a grenade launcher, you know? Or a pest with a grenade launcher, rather. Peasant, pest, same thing. Bah! Didn't want to accidentally shoot those barrels. Ooh! Fancy helmet. With blast helmet. 75% blast reduction. Especially, this is something I've literally never seen before. That's something that I really like as well. Also, I've literally not found a single relic, which could still change the run if I got a relic drop. Assuming I decided to take it. Like a legit pizzeria, some Taxagon? I mean, good quality pizza is so nice.
No room.
I've complained about this a few times, but there's a there's a Domino's that's opening in my building, and I'm so fucking salty, unironically, that it's not like a legit good pizza place or like a coffee shop or something. Like, I'd even take a Starbucks over a fucking Domino's. It is very rare that I'm actually strong enough to deal with this area like this. Let's take fresh mag, because I'm reloading a lot on that gun. I love it when the UI collides with itself in the middle. Because my HP bar is too big. It is very rare that I am strong enough to actually fight this whole area. And feel safe doing it.
No room. No room.
That's fine. Filled them up. Why did I take rockets? It's the wrong button. Oh well. There's 3 left. Also, this area is going to become a alternate route, if I'm not mistaken, in the future. This area is not final. Or not going to be the final area. Beyond, it's going to become Dante Station, which is a whole new area. And then this is going to be an optional alternate route if you want to take it. Salad dressing on pizza is actually lit. Depends on the pizza.
That's better.
And the type of pizza. That was the wrong button as well. Oh well. Also, for anybody who wants to know, Secret Boss is on this floor. We're not doing it. Because it'll kill me. Well, actually, if I took the chainsaw, could I kill the Secret Boss? I want to know. I wonder, but too late. Crystal, what's up? It's good to see you. I agree with this, Epion. Speaking of food, it is lunchtime after the stream, jeez. Or after this run. Because we are at endgame now. Oh, hey. My unique gun leveled up.
Fuck, not again.
Holy fuck! I was sitting here being all like, yo, I'm super confident and whatnot. That is scary if I didn't have that grenade. Let's take Hellrunner. But I'm fucking OP right now, so I shouldn't be so scared of those. Also, this is literally the first level that feels and looks like this generation-wise that I've seen. I didn't even go to any of the arena levels. Like a big old lava lake. This actually is a very brogy feeling area with like the big old lake that you have to kind of walk around, although you can't like accidentally walk into the lake in this. Could go Limbo. What sale was going on? Yeah, it's for my Patreon.
Seems I got them all.
Which, you know, probably isn't what a lot of people are expecting when they see sale in someone's title, but, you know, streamers gotta eat. Is this turn-based Doom? Essentially. I mean, that's maybe selling it a bit short at this point, but it is the spiritual successor to Doom the Roguelike, which is literally turn-based Doom. Doom the Roguelike is made by Chaos Forge, which is the same people. Epion CF is the developer of this game in chat. And, yeah, we could do Limbo. Why not? Let's run through Limbo for funsies.
It's here. No room.
Limbo's kind of an extra level, which is optional.
No room.
But, yeah, no, this is more than just turn-based Doom at this point, but is based on a Doom fan game. And it leaves early access next week. Basically. A week and a half from now. Is there a unique here? Yeah, I mean, we'll see it. I don't know if I'll take it. I'm here more because there's more ammo here. So he can constantly yell at me and tell me that my... That's useless.
No room.
I mean, maybe if I wanted to switch to the nail gun now, but... This area is less scary on this difficulty and more scary on higher difficulties because there's, like, no cover here. Oh, I will take it. Death! So I have hate and death now. Death, damaged living enemies are going to die. Sounds like a procedurally generated podcast where all of the hosts eventually die. You should change that wording to a reference to that. Death. Damaged living enemies are going to die. Almost alien-looking energy hand cannon with the word death etched on the barrel. Hate and death. Is that like a guaranteed thing? If you get hate, you could get death later? Some kind of dot weapon? I don't know. I've never used it before. There's so many uniques in this, even though they were added like over a month ago. I haven't seen them all yet. But we're not going to get much time to use it, unfortunately. Sure, I guess I'll do that because I can.
No room.
Let's do that. Absolutely not guaranteed. Really? Huh. Well, let's go grab a little bit more ammo. We're pretty safe on ammo now because we're so close to the end of the game. This is also the only level that's like this.
No room.
These super, like, squirmy, weird patterns with weird big circles. Like a Dr. Seuss map. Yeah, they're showing two weapons because I'm dual wielding. Dual wielding shows two weapons. I've been dual wielding most of this run. But it says hate and death instead of them next to each other. But because they're uniques, it just says hate instead of... Also, hunt. That sucks. When that hits 0, every enemy on the map is notified of my area of where I am on the map. But that could be a bit of fun, I think, because of how powerful we are. So I think I'm actually going to let that happen. Let's try and 100 everything. Increase my health. 5, 3. Hunt is on. Level 17. Fuck it. Let's push the HP up. They're not arch Medusas, so they're not that scary. They're just plain old Medusas.
No room.
So death gets hate bonus and procs death charges. Oh, really?
No room.
Now, does that only happen if you're dual wielding them?
I think that's all of them. No room.
All right, let's clear. Oh, I see. Hate and death in the bottom left instead of the bottom right. Oh, I see what you're talking about.
No room.
Err. Only if dual wielded. Man, what are the odds? It's almost like it's streamer luck.
Where the fuck am I?
All right. Endgame, here we is. I might actually intentionally play this slowly. I haven't even fired the nail gun yet. Gonna just adrenaline to get rid of the pain. Shoot him. I'll say this. That is never worth the development time. Unless your game is already really popular. And then it's absolutely worth the development time. If your game isn't super popular, it is not worth the development time. Because if this game had stuff like that, that would be really cool for me. That would be maybe really cool for 1 or 2 other people. But not enough people stream the game that it's worth it. That's one of those weird features where it's like, it's worth it if a lot of people already stream the game. But if there isn't a lot of people streaming the game, it is not even remotely close to worth it. Yeah, but again, Hand of Fate, popular game. I let death kill it.
I know I'm not going home, but at least I'll take these demonic fuckers down with me.
GG. Also, we're going to have to brag about the fact that we got hate and death. We're definitely going to have to brag about that. $11,011 turns. Man, I wish I had survived 100 more turns. That's actually kind of a lot of points. We got Angel of Prejudice medal for 100% kills. Crystar bronze for 25 plus kills without taking damage. Conqueror ribbon completed all encountered special levels. One taking less than 1,000 damage. I killed 499 out of 499 enemies. It's been a long time since I've done that. That was a pretty perfect build, though. I mean, we were absurdly strong, and I was so... I absolutely did not need health kits at all, so I got to just increase my HP. So we were just incredibly beefy the whole time. Death, Hate, and Super Nail Gun Plus. We had Swift Meshed, Padded, and Powered on the body armor. I kind of wish that there was an expanded way to put all of the information on one screen without scrolling. That'd be really cool. Like a detailed version. Chat, can we get a round of beers for that win? If you're looking. Labeled box. Shout outs. That's my highest medium score ever, actually. It's kind of neat. Kind of. All right, chat. I'm gonna take a real quick piss and lunch break. I am hungry. Between game versions, not since the level expansion update, which made the game a third longer. Like, I'm looking for my first ever hard win. Yeah, Blame Stew is my first ever hard win from the first version of the game, I think. Or maybe it was like the second version. It was like the very first early access version. And now, like, Submarine, which is like 5,000, is significantly higher than the 4,100 score, right? So... score has gotten a lot higher as versions have changed. But, yeah, anyway, I'm going to go get me a real quick lunch break.